All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Gray Black North. I am your favorite author, Robert Mulolo.
Oh, you're not our favorite author today? Okay.
That's it. I said your favorite author. You didn't hear that? You didn't hear me say that?
I am hair shrinking as it dries, Devin MD Jones. And we have a special guest today.
Yes. I am Tanya Hayles. I am the founder of Black Moms Connection.
Yay, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Gray Black North.
Thank you.
Yay. So it's very timely that Tanya's here.
Mm-hmm.
What is our topic today, Robert?
Well, the topic is, are Black mothers responsible for the breakdown of the Black family?
Breathe, y'all. Breathe. Okay, so here are the two arguments that created this actual discussion. So there was a meme that's going around that says, can a single mother teach her son how to be a man? And the second one, oh, this was a long one, and it's all in Ebonics, so I'm going to try to translate. If you have sex with a man and you get pregnant and the man tell you from the beginning that he don't want a baby, offer money for the abortion, and you still want to have the baby and you still have the baby and the man don't care for your child, do not fix your mouth to call him a deadbeat. He can't be a deadbeat to a child. He told you from day one he didn't want to take care of or ready to have a child. You're the reason your child don't have a father.
Well, first I would like to say, being the only man on this panel,
representing for the testosterone today.
being the only man on this panel does not mean that my voice is basically for, you know what? Oh yeah, let's black single mothers are responsible for, you know what I mean? Like, you know, all that is bad with the Black community or anything like that. That's not far from my opinion at all, completely.
All right, let's start with the first one. So the first one, can a single mother teach her son how to be a man? Our lovely guest.
Okay.
We'll let you dive in.
Yeah.
So, okay. So first of all, to preface, I am a single mother to a 4-year-old boy. So this question floats around me and my head quite often, basically since I found out I was having a boy, and probably until, you know, the rest of my life, or should I get married, whichever happens first. So I will say that yes and no. I will say that no, a woman cannot teach a boy how to be a man. There are certain things and nuances that I just will never know and understand about being a Black man, period, full stop. And I recognize that and try to honor that as much as possible by making sure that he has good male role models, specifically Black male role models in his life, so that he has positive things to emulate. That being said, my job as a parent, regardless of the gender of my children, you know, if I'd had a girl, I would say the same thing. It is my job to raise a good human being, to raise a responsible person who has common sense and manners and values and moral integrity and all those things, regardless of gender. I could, you know, if I had a daughter, she could end up being a brat and a terrible human being, and gender has nothing to do with that. It would be based off of like my teachings of how I'm engaging with her. So it's kind of a cop-out answer, the yes and no part, but I really truly believe wholeheartedly my answer.
I don't think it's a cop-out answer. I think it's a good answer. Roberto, what you say?
Well, I honestly believe, and I've gotten into arguments about that previously. But I honestly believe that when it comes to raising children, it is always preferable if 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 more than likely, if the home has both parents, but due to circumstances, if one parent is only there to raise the child, I do believe that that parent can actually do a good job. I mean, I know I have several friends who were raised by single mothers, and they are upstanding human beings out there, and they're doing like great things. So I don't believe that it's impossible for a single mother to actually raise a man, because I know, like, I have a friend and he's got 3 brothers, or is it 2? I don't know, but
That's a good friend. That's a
2 or
real
3
good friend.
brothers. But the thing is, though, they're all boys and they were raised by a single mother, and all of them are doing great things with their lives. You know what I mean? They're great human beings, great black men. So as far as I'm concerned, it's definitely possible.
I get that. Okay, so because my question is, so I get that there's probably more single mothers than there are single fathers, but how come single fathers are never asked the question, can a single man teach a woman to be a woman?
That's right.
I think, well, there's a few double standards when it comes to parenting and child raising and child rearing. And there's still, this patriarchal view that, women, it's our job, our role, our purpose in life to be parents, right? Whereas it's the male's role and job and purpose to be providers. So when it comes to the court system, even if the mom isn't the best mom, and sometimes if she's not the best option, children are automatically placed with her, just because we still believe that children should be with their mothers. Mm-hmm. And I don't necessarily think that should be the case. I think they should be with the best parent. So, and I know that there are some men out there who have had to fight just to get shared custody of their own children, and that should not be the case. It should not be a default to just say, okay, well, you birthed them, and so you should be the one who's responsible and raise them, when there are some bad moms. But that's probably why you don't see, can a single father raise a young lady or a girl to be a woman, because it's so rare, and that's across all cultural lines. That's just a gender thing more than a racial thing.
That is true.
Okay.
Very, very true.
Well, anybody who's ever listened to the show before knows that I don't believe in gender roles. And I feel like because of that, it doesn't make sense why a woman can't raise a boy. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense, because your job as a parent is to raise a decent human being. And that's pretty much your main responsibility. All this teaching a man to be a man is teaching him what? Teaching him to be a provider? Is that what they're you're supposed to be teaching him? That could be taught. You don't actually have to see a man doing that, because you're seeing your mom provide for you, right? So you can teach someone to be a provider without being a man, right? Mm-hmm. What else do you know? To pee standing up. You could teach a boy to pee standing up. like there's so many, just like, what is it that they feel that they're missing, right? Is it the role models aspect? That's a whole different situation, right? You can get your role model. There's so many homes right now where the dad is in the home, but he's not a good role model.
Mm. That is very true.
So where does that fit in? So it's like, you can find role models wherever, right? You can always get a role model. And for people who keep saying that, and I've heard this, that like, oh, single mom, and it's like, actually, I didn't hear this one until me and Robert were discussing it. And I was like, who's saying that single mothers are the demise of the Black family? Like, who's saying that? The one thing I did hear was that Black feminism is the killing the Black family. Because women want rights now, and they don't want to sit at home and like cook and clean for the men, and That's why the Black family's dying, apparently.
So I have a lot to say. So much to say and so little time. Okay, so I will say this. Where this is mostly said, these type of conversations happen a lot on Twitter, specifically Black Twitter. So, and of course, you know, I've heard certain things about single Black mothers and stuff like that before, but it wasn't really until A, I became one, and B, I became a Twitter head where I really saw just how negatively Black women can be viewed and Black mothers are viewed. And it's really disheartening because for the most part, 9 times out of 10, we didn't get there by ourselves. And many times—
This is the thing.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
And everyone thinks that, okay, well, I'm just like, I know I'm probably going to just veer this off course. I'm just like, I have a lot of myths that I would like to debunk right now. So for the record, I have a bachelor in social science, pretty educated. I run 2 businesses. I'm pretty, you know, with it. So this is not, I'm just like, I'm not some good ghetto hood rat, ratchet, you know, whatever. Don't know who my baby daddy is. Don't know where he is. Like, everyone just has this one very myopic view of what this Black single mother looks like. And at the end of the day, I'm just like, when a woman is raising a child by herself, it's for 3 reasons, the 3 Ds: divorce, desertion, or death. My father passed when I was young, so I was raised by a single mom, but my father died, right? So that's why my mom became a single parent. I wish someone would fix their face to say something to her because she didn't eat any mean. Are there women who make poor decisions? Absolutely. Are there women who, you know, continue to make poor decisions? Absolutely. I'm not going to ignore that there's a subset of Black mothers out there who are having babies that they shouldn't be by men that they shouldn't be. But we always, again, want to put all the onus and all the responsibility and all the blame on the person who already bears most of the burden by completely ignoring the fact that people do enter into relationships and then people change. And people change their mind, and that's their right. However, I'm just like, when something life-altering, like you're pregnant, becomes part of the equation, it's really hard to just all of a sudden, you know, you have so much to navigate at the same time. So I get really annoyed when people try to pigeonhole single mothers, because we definitely don't do that we as a community don't really talk about white single mothers, but this is not happening with white single mothers, right? They're propped up as heroines and who are doing something so supremely hard and X, Y, and Z. Whereas in the Black community, it's the Black men who put us in this position in the first place who have all the shit to say. And if you don't want babies, you also have some responsibility on making sure that you don't produce them. Condoms are cheap. You can have a vasectomy if you wanted to. I'm just like, you too have options, but you choose not to exercise those options because raw sex feels better, then that's fine. Then have a conversation with the girl. Are you on birth control? If not, do you know what Plan B is? If not, what is the situation? Would you consider having an abortion? Do you want to keep this? Do you want to, like, people are not having this conversation before they enter the bedroom. And I'm just like, again, I can't have that conversation by myself. This is a 2-way conversation. I don't. So why is it all of a sudden everything takes 2 until it becomes there's a baby, and then all of a sudden everything just falls on the woman?
Yeah, well, that leads to what the second post was. How she gets pregnant, he wants to give her money for abortion. What if abortion is against her religion, against her morals, right? She doesn't want to have an abortion. It's her body. She can choose what to do that. Abortion, people don't even understand. I know people who've had abortions, and abortion is not easy. One, it's like, it wreaks havoc on your body. It wreaks havoc on your brain and your mentality. How many people go into depression after having an abortion, and how many people after having an abortion can never have kids again? So there's so many things that people don't think about where they're like, oh, you can just have an abortion. Like, it's just like this thing that people do that's just so easy and so normal. And it's not that I'm anti-abortion. It's just that it's that person's choice, right? Because they're making a choice that's going to affect them for the rest of their life. That guy walks out of there with nothing, right? Like, they have nothing to do with it. They're like, that happened. Oh, well, you know what I mean? But she's got to live with that for the rest of her life. And a lot of people don't think about that as the consequence. And the other part is the plan B. Like, there's a reason they call it plan B. Let's stick with plan A, guys. like let's just try to stick with plan A.
Let's have a plan A.
Yeah.
Like, let's plan A is having a plan. Maybe, perhaps.
Yeah.
That's it.
And a conversation. I think that's the part. Then I think to answer the whole question of this entire evening is, are single Black mothers or Black women the root and the cause of the demise of the Black family and therefore the Black community? No. The inability for Black women and Black men to communicate with each other and actually learn and listen from each other is the demise of our community, period.
Can I get an amen? Amen. And I am not even religious. Amen.
I would say this, however. I mean, the thing is, the whole argument of having to blame the black woman as the one who's responsible for the demise of the Black community is based on the same science of racism. Anti-Black racism. Basically, at this point in time, if you look at the way a Black man or a Black individual that's murdered by police is demonized in the media, is the same way that a Black mother would be demonized in her community for being single and raising a child or something.
Can I ask a question, Robert?
Go ahead.
Is part of the reason that Black men are so mad at Black women is that, I was like, how do I say this nicely?
See, the thing is, though, you want to say nicely, but don't say it nicely because it's be true. Be true.
Say how it is. Like, I feel like part of the reason that Black men are so angry at Black women is a certain amount of jealousy. And it's not by anything that we are trying to do, but they take it personally, like that Black women are being allowed, per se, into the corporate workforce, right? We're a lot more like easier. We can maneuver a little bit more, and we're making our way a little bit more, right? And I think that a lot of it is resentment. I think it's just like blatant resentment in the aspect of, how come they can do that but we can't? We're all Black, right?
I don't think so. Not at all. To be honest, I don't have an answer, but with regards to jealousy and resentment, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it at all. I mean, a lot of these brothers are misguided in terms of, this is they're set in like archaic ways where they believe that, the woman is supposed to hold down the man or whatever. But for her to actually go and get a job and, be in the corporate world and, do her own thing and everything like that, it's not, no.
But isn't that the same thing? Like, the reason why he feels she's not holding him down is because she's moving ahead without him.
I would not say that I would not say that he's angry or, that he's, no. I'm not going to put words in your mouth. I would not say that he's jealous or anything or resenting her for going into the workforce or anything like that. It's, to be honest, that's not, and maybe that's my ego speaking. As a man, maybe that's my ego speaking, but no, I don't see it. I honestly don't see it. I don't see it. I can't give you a reason as to why they would do it, but I don't see it.
What's the reason why? I thought you said, you can or you can't?
I cannot.
I thought you said you can. I was like, Yeah, but here.
No.
I was like, I'm ready. I'm listening.
Because you know what? As a black man myself, I think differently than most of these dudes out there. You know what I'm saying? And my way of thinking is not the most popular one, but you know, it is my way of thinking, and I am a black man.
But the reason why I ask you is like, even if it's not your view, you probably get a better. They'll probably talk to you differently than they'll talk to us.
Yeah, more definitely. Yeah, that's right. They would. But what I've seen in conversation and in terms of arguments is using facts and them speaking on black women and single mothers who have children and saying how they've been saying that, you know what, they're the cause that there's so much criminality in the neighborhoods or things like that, right? They don't. That's what's been used. Like most of the criminals have come from a single parent home, mostly held down by a single black mother.
I'm speechless.
I know. I know what you're saying.
I know, because I just think it's absolutely foolish.
It is foolish. It's completely foolish. It's I'm gonna use a word that I haven't used on this show yet. It's asinine.
Oh, I like that word.
Yeah, thank you.
And you used it very well. Thank you.
Yes. Been reading. I've been reading.
I appreciate that. Okay, so quickly before we're keeping it short today, I promise. I swear, like it is my goal this week. Not in life, just this week. That this will be a short episode.
Not in life, just.
But quickly touching on how that relates to feminism and Black feminism. There was a video. It's actually an old video. It's actually probably like a year old. But there's a video of this woman, Black woman, saying that the reason for the breakdown of the Black family is because of feminism and the Black woman wanting to work outside the home and make her own money and be the provider and have all these, and just pretty much want equality. And it's not a Black woman thing to do. It's a white woman. Did I say that right, Tanya?
Yeah. This video is about 7 minutes and 49 seconds, and I think I got in about 2:39 before I was just like, I'm good. The way that my blood pressure is set, like I'm not ready and prepared. So here's the thing. No. We can just start and end the conversation there. The one thing I will say is white feminism is not the same as Black feminism.
Agreed.
White women were granted the ability to vote many, many, many decades before Black women were. And for white women, their feminism does not include their sisters who are women of color or LGBT or different abilities, different sexualities. Like their feminism looks like them, and because that's what they know and that's what they're comfortable with. And so you see that with who got elected in the United States of America. So I think I will agree with the person in that video on that front. But to say, all this stuff about, we shouldn't be asking for these things or whatever in X, Y, and Z. And I'm not here, also contrary to belief, I'm not a man hater. I'm just like, the mom doesn't mean that I'm just like, F these N-words. I'm just like, I'm raising a Black man, so can't hate Black men. Kind of had sex with one in order to make one. You see how that worked out? So I will say that it's a vicious cycle, right? Like we're constantly going around in circles. I'm just like, we there used to be like this like concept of family and a very strong, clear concept of what that was. And a lot of things happened to decimate that. Slavery, Jim Crow laws, you know, the school to prison pipeline. And some of these things are more American, but generally speaking, like, those are the things that have decimated the, you know what I mean? The crack epidemic in the 80s. You know, let's list a whole bunch of systemic things that have decimated the Black family before we talk about Black feminism decimating the Black family. Because at the end of the day, I'm just like, you know, for all the Black men who are just like, oh, I want a ride or die chick and I want a woman that will submit. I'm just like, okay, where are you leading me? I'm just like, where are you taking me? I'm just like, I'll get in the passenger seat, but you need to have a plan on where we're going. I'm just like, do we have enough gas in the car? Do you have enough money to get gas? I'm just like, because if you're the person who's gonna lead and you want me to follow and you want me to ride or die, do we have snacks? Like, I just, there's some important pieces of information that I'm gonna need. And I'm just like, I'm fine to sit back and I'm just like, okay, cool. I'll let you lead. I'll let you be the man. I'll let you whatever. But I'm just like, if we're not seeing those things, then we're going to do what we have been doing literally since the beginning of time as Black women, saying, fuck it, we'll do it ourselves and get it done. That is why we have as many Black single mothers in the community as we do, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? We get pregnant and we have to, like you said earlier, we have to make a decision. Either we abort and have literally life sucked out of us, physically sucked out of our bodies, or we go through and house these little tiny aliens, because that's what they are, who, you know what I mean, who want to just take all of our nutrients and everything good from us so that they can grow and flourish and prosper, and then go through very painful, you know, process to get them out. And then your hard part begins. Yeah, so I can't sit here and say that Black feminism is the cause of anything. You know, her linear thinking just, it's a circle.
You're right there. You're right. We good? All right. And she pulls it together.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about it is I was exposed to the video in a group. It's a women's only group and a women of color, and one of the women posted it. And for the most part, all the other women were like, yeah, I can't say that she's not right. And I was like, what? Am I going to be the only person to say this? Like, I was like, it was like my first week in the group. I was like, this is the first thing I'm going to comment on. I was like, I guess it's going to be because I can't let this one go. And homegirl, I pretty much said the same thing. Like, it's like white feminism is not the same as Black feminism, right? And that's pretty much all I'll give her. Because she went on a tangent about how it's the Black woman's role to submit and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, I get that. And I've had this conversation with multiple of my friends. Everybody knows I'm a very strong personality. I'm a very, you know, like out there type person. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's just like, it's like people feel like they should tell me that I'm a strong personality all the time. And I was like, yeah, I know. I've been this way my whole life. I'm good. Right. And it's going to take a strong person with a strong personality to be with me. And that's great. Right. And so it's, that person has to be willing and ready to do it for themselves. And I went on a little bit of a rant the other day at a brunch for a 1-year-old's birthday.
For 1-year-old's birthday?
It was my best friend's baby was turning 1, and it was brunch. And this guy was talking to me, and I was having a conversation with this guy who I was like, I pretty much only see him at this kid's birthdays and births and stuff like that. But we were chatting across, there was like a singles table. There was the people who didn't have children kind of ended up all sitting in one little corner together. And we were talking, and we were just talking about dating and life. And I was like, and I just had to get to the point, because I think I'd probably just come off another date where I was just like, oh my God, like, get it together, get your life together. And I was just like, honestly, I'm literally tired of feeling like I have to save dudes. And it's like, I feel like guys want to date me because they want to be saved. And honestly, I have a hard enough time keeping my own stuff together. Like, I don't make my bed in the mornings because honestly, it's too much. It's one thing that I could leave that's not going to hurt anybody. And so I leave it. You know what I mean? So like, how do you think I'm going to have time to make your bed? like, you know what I mean? Like, I can barely make my own, but you want me to make your bed.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, I managed to do all this as a grown ass person. Right? I managed to do everything that I have, everything. I got my degrees, I got my businesses, I got my jobs. Like, I managed to do all of this, and you want me to stop everything and come and help you. Why is that my job?
True.
But this is what I find what a lot of Black men feel by submit. Right? You want me to stop what I'm doing and come back and get you when I'm right at the finish line. And I'm like, and what they think is a problem with us just trying to plow through the finish line, you know why? We're trying to break the freaking rope or whatever is the tape. We're trying to break the tape so that you don't have to. We're doing a lot of these things for them, and they're taking that part for granted too. And it's just, and I was like, my voice started to come up a little bit, because I was just like, I'm tired of these dudes. And there was a couple slapping of the table and kids are like, crying in the back because there's kids all around. And yeah, but I was like, honestly, I'm tired of it. And that is like, that's where we're at. We're literally at odds with each other, trying to, like, I feel like Black men are trying to turn back the hands of time in terms of how women act, but they don't want us to turn back in time, and they don't want us to stop making the money that we're making. They don't want that to stop. They just want it to stop enough so that they can catch up. And that's why I asked the question about resentment and jealousy. It might be subconscious. Like they don't even realize that is the reason why there's like all this animosity.
It could be.
Did we take all your air, Robert?
Huh?
Did we take all your air?
No. The air is there. I'm still breathing. I'm good. It's just, hey, as far as I'm concerned, I ain't mad at what y'all are saying. Your experience in terms of, men wanting to be rescued and everything like that. I mean, I believe that a lot of Black women are actually going through that as well. Turning back the hands of time in order to, but wanting to keep the money as well. Yeah, no, I see it.
I know we each had a soliloquy. We each had a best moment.
Yeah, a little bit. But I will say this though, with regards to, as I was saying, I'm a different type of dude when it comes to. As soon as I recognize that, like the same science that is used to demonize black individuals in the face in the media is the same science that they use to demonize single black mothers. I mean, my eyes open to something different at that point in time, and that's when I basically view the way things I view now. I got I got nothing to add to to that. You guys very much broke it down. I mean, oh, you know what? I saw a video from Tommy Sotomayor. You know
Oh,
who Tommy Sotomayor is?
No, I don't. Do I want to?
yes. No, you
Count
don't.
your
No,
blessings.
you don't.
Okay, I don't
Count your
want to. Let's not do
blessings.
it. Let's not do it.
Tommy
Let's not
Sotomayor.
do it. La 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 la. Let's not do it. Okay, so I'm gonna use this as a segue. Tanya, tell us about what you're doing on Sunday.
Oh, Sunday.
What date is that? Sunday, August 13th.
That is correct. Just throwing a little thing, you know.
Just a little. Can you
No
give us
jam?
a little background of where it started, how it became, and how it also relates to the conversation that we're having and how it may kind of help?
Absolutely. So, as a single parent, a village is even more paramount and important than it is to, you know, married moms and attached moms, right? You need people that you can rely on to watch your kid when you want to go out and get some milk, or in my particular case, I'm an event planner by trade. You know, I had weddings on weekends and work events. So creating and finding a village was super important. And I was in several mom groups on Facebook, and, you know, the demographics were just not skewed, you know, or they just weren't balanced, I would say. Of course, there was people of color, but it was overwhelmingly white. And so when it came to things like, what sunscreen should I use, or what hair product should I use on my son's hair when we come out of a pool, I knew I wasn't going to really get the answers to those questions. And so I reached out to some friends and I'm like, hey, I have this idea. Should I, you know, create a Black moms group? And funnily enough, originally I was going to make it a Black single mothers group, but I didn't want to do that because I knew that a lot of the conversations would just end up being very morose and negative. And I didn't want to curate that type of space. So, you know, I opened it up to all types of moms, new moms, veteran moms, you know, and said, hey, let's do this. So Black Moms Connection was born a couple of years ago on Facebook, you know, and it grew, you know, it was slow going in the beginning. It was primarily Canadian only because I really wanted people to be able to find their tribe, you know, people that they could actually like meet up with in real life. And like, you know, now, you know, back in the day, we all had aunties and uncles who are not related to us by any means, but they're your, you know, friends of your parents, and basically were, you know, secondary parents in raising you, or at least getting you into trouble with your actual parents. So, you know, I really, you know, started to slowly build that. It's the internet, people found it. So we opened it up to people outside of Toronto, and it grew. Last year, we went from 400 to 4,000 women, and right now we're sitting at just under 8,000 around the world. So we have moms from Japan, Australia, Nigeria, Jamaica, all over the world. And we have conversations. The key thing is the safe space. And I spoke to this earlier today in an interview that I did. It is very hard to be a Black woman.
Don't pass by this. What interview did you do? Was it not on like CBC or something like that? Like the Canadian Broadcasting Federation?
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, I was on CBC Radio this morning. It's been a very long day for me. Really grateful that they gave me a platform to talk about BMC. But what I said was, you know, and people keep asking like, why Black women, why this? And I'm, you know, and it speaks to this actual conversation that we're having right now. It is very hard. I will never take away how hard it is to be a Black man. Never, because I don't know how to be one. But I will say that it is very hard to be a Black woman, especially in online spaces, because we get racism, we get sexism, and then we get the vitriol from our very own Black men. So we are constantly in this cycle of, you know, people just shitting on top of us, left, right, and center. And so I really needed to create a safe space for Black women to let their hair down, literally and figuratively, in a space. We talk about infertility and miscarriages. We talk about sex. we talk about sex a lot. We talk about, you know, what do you do when your kid is called the N-word? When do you start talking about racial issues with your children? Do you talk to them about Black Lives Matter? All these things that we can't do in public forums because people like to gaslight us when we talk about racial issues. Oh, not everything is about race. Oh, you're just blowing it out of proportion. Oh, you're just being paranoid. You know, talking about the microaggressions of being the only Black woman in a space and always having to work twice as hard just to, you know, get just 1/4 inch of where other people are. So these are the kind of things that we're talking about in BMC. And it's really important to me, and apparently it's really important to other folks as well. And I'm really proud of its growth, and that people, you know, when they join and they love what's happening, they literally like just upload their entire like friends and family list, and that's where our growth comes from. So yeah, for me, I decided I really wanted to make sure we took these conversations offline, and I want to be able to provide tools and resources for Black women to empower and educate themselves so that they can change their families, so that we can change the Black community and, you know, the world as a whole. So when a mom feels supported, you know, she can change the world, right? When she has a village and she has people behind her, she's unstoppable. Mm-hmm. And I'm really big on making sure that our kids in 20, 30 years are light years ahead of where we are right now. I'm just like, you know, Jay-Z 444, he's all about this generational wealth. I'm just like, yes, Jay-Z, talk about it, right?
And it took him a while to get here, but he got here. That's all that matters.
Exactly. I mean, he's spurred the conversation for a lot of folks, and I'm just like, I've been talking about it. I'm just like, GoFundMe is not life insurance. If you are a parent, it is irresponsible of you to not have life insurance. I know it's not the popular thing to say. I know that people will call it elitist. Oh, not everyone can afford insurance. If you can afford a cell phone, you can afford life insurance. Period, full stop. I'm sorry, but that's just it. I'm like, everyone has a pool of money that they're working with on a monthly basis, and you have your rent and your food and your daycare and your children's clothing and, you know, bus pass and gas and insurance. I totally get it. And it dwindles every single time you add something to that pocket. But I'm just like, if something happens to you, my son's 4. He's not on Facebook. Who's going to go fund me? Like, and I'm just like, and I've said it to BMC. I'm just like, there's 7,000 women. They know who I am. I'm the founder. I'm like, I don't want to see a GoFundMe for me. I will come back and haunt every single one of you. I'm just like, don't do it, because I've done what I needed to do. I had a medical in my apartment. You know, they took blood and urine, all sorts of things to make sure that if something happens to me, that A, my son is taken care of, but B, that he is not a burden to anybody. Specifically because I'm a single parent. Because if I die, he's an orphan. So it is my responsibility to do that. And it's just really important for me, this financial literacy piece. Like, I went after Desjardins, I went after TD, and I'm just like, this is really, really important to me to talk about. And it's like one of the main panels that we have. We have a panel and a financial workshop. Like, I really just want to make sure that we're like,
you haven't even told people what's happening on Sunday.
I know, right. I know. I'm just like talking. Sorry. I know. Sorry. Did I mention it was a long day?
I know what's going on. I know what's happening, but
I know you're like, bring it in, Tanya.
I know. Bring it back. Bring it back.
So all these things in the group offline. We're hosting our first Black Moms Connection conference on Sunday to have these conversations in person, to give tangible tools, pieces of information that people can take away and, you know, apply to their lives. So we have 4 major panels: financial literacy, navigating the education system, wellness, and relationships. We have 2 keynotes. One is with MP Selena Chavez. I'm super excited about that.
Hold on. Are you catching? Hold on. You're catching for a second. You have to say that again.
Oh.
There was like a connection.
Oh, there was
problem.
a connection issue. Yeah, so there's 4 major panels happening that day: education, financial literacy, wellness, and love, sex, relationships. And then we have 2 keynotes, one of which includes MP Selena from Whitby, who was the former parliamentary secretary to Justin Trudeau. So that's super exciting. And yeah, it's just going to be it's a full day. It's a jam-packed day. 8 hours seems like it should be long enough to do all sorts of things, and it's so not. But I really just want women to come in there, feel supported, feel like they can connect with moms on a level that they haven't before, and learn things, and really just start the journey for them to empowering themselves, empowering and bettering their families.
Awesome. Yay. Okay, so details. Sunday, August 13th. Where is it being held?
Yeah, so Sunday, August 13th, it is being held at 918 Bathurst Street, which is Bathurst and Bloor. We do still have limited ticket sales. I'm actually closing them tonight because catering numbers and all that other fun stuff. So I don't know when this goes up.
So too bad. So sad, people.
I know, sorry.
Next session, but make sure. Oh, so where can they follow you to find out about the next one?
Absolutely. So definitely follow the hashtag BMCC17 on Instagram and on Twitter. We will be doing some IG stories and live tweeting, really just kind of giving snippets. I'm not live streaming the whole entire thing because then there would have been no incentive for people to buy tickets. You can follow us on Instagram, Black Moms Connection, Twitter, BLK Moms Connect. There is a Facebook group for Black moms to join, Black Moms Connection on Facebook. There's a Facebook page, there's a Facebook group. They're 2 separate things. Yeah, and it's really, again, I can't emphasize enough, while the conference itself is focused obviously on Black mothers, it's for Black women who may not necessarily be moms. All of our panelists are Black women. I think that the representation is super important. You learn differently from people who look like you. And yeah, I'm immensely proud of it. I'm super excited. Yeah, and thanks.
Yay. We're so happy to have you on, and I like how it kind of all melded together, because I think what you're doing is the solution to the problem.
Slowly but surely, man. Slowly
it is. But that's how it's gonna work out the best, right?
Indeed.
Yay. Ryan, do you have anything else? Do you have any like events or anything coming up?
No, Days of Danforth's happening.
Oh, yes, it caused
I've been invited
many
to
problems today.
Oh, hold up.
Caused driving problems for me today because I work over there.
Oh shoot. I don't know. They're doing some Kizomba classes.
Ooh.
If anybody know what Kizomba is?
I do. I dated an Angolan guy last year. That's how I know. Kizomba is from Angola.
Yes.
It's similar to, I'm trying to think, kind of like a bachata kind of motion, merengue.
It's like a sensual type dance, but African style. Yeah, African style. Pretty nice. Cool.
I feel like I wish more Black people would try to learn that versus trying to learn salsa all the time.
Oh, for sure.
Just saying.
For sure.
How about you learn the African dances? How about that? All right. I'm actually, my good news of the week is I'm currently planning a trip to Nigeria and Kenya before the end of this year. So hopefully that happens.
I got a question to ask you, Devin. I need to know. I need to know you. Actually, hold up. I think
my connection.
Whose connection is it? Is it mine or yours?
I think it's hers.
I think it is hers.
Yeah, she's frozen.
I can hear.
You can hear us? You can hear us? Because I was going to say, you going to Nigeria, have you basically picked a side on the Jollof Wars? I need to know. Was it that?
Nothing makes me so happy than Jollof Wars. Like, it's so, I'm just like, I'm just here for the rice. I'm not here for y'all to battle it out because I'm just like, this is my rice versus, I'm just like, listen, it's rice with some chicken and some puff puff, and I'm good. Like, I don't.
I'm back.
I'm Team Rice. Yay!
Hey, Devin's back. Devin, I'm gonna ask the question because you know you didn't get to hear it.
Yeah.
Because you're going to Nigeria, does it mean that you've picked a side in the Jollof Wars?
No.
Have you picked a side?
No, I have not picked a side. I think I've actually only ever had Ghanaian jollof. I've never had Nigerian jollof.
Devin, the Ghanaians that are listening to this right now.
But that's what I'm saying. I've only had Ghanaian jollof, so I haven't had the Nigerian. So when I go to Nigeria, I'll be able to have it. So here's the thing, though, like I'm gonna have to come back and have some Ghanaian since I'm not going there one time. But I'm gonna call some friends up and be like, okay, I just had some authentic, like straight off the street jollof. Like, you're gonna have to come harder than this. So,
Devin, yeah. I see, because I'm neither Nigerian nor Ghanaian. I'm just the instigator here.
I don't know. I think we have had a whole West Africa debate. A show just on that.
They trying to bring it back to my country about plantains and stuff.
Oh boy, plantain is everywhere. It's everywhere though. Plantain is everywhere. It is
about how to pronounce plantain. So it's just like, come on.
But you're French, right?
No, but it's plantain.
All right, Robert, do what you do.
You're not done with the whole your trip to.
No, that was it. I said put it out in the universe that it happens, because right now I don't have dates yet, so that's why I'm just putting it out there in the universe to make sure that it happens.
Well, I got good news too. Heading down to ATL, bringing back the play, bringing back the book. It's coming back.
Nice.
Your favorite author.
I got some stuff I need you to bring back, so let me know when you go.
You're so black.
I'm serious. There's this protein shake that they don't sell in Canada.
Hold up. You get me protein shake?
I'll get you a protein shake if you bring me back a protein shake, okay?
Cool, no problem.
Deal?
All right. Deal.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this. Robert just wants to keep talking to us. He just likes, and by the way, we're birthday twins, by the way. August 3rd. Hey.
Happy belated birthday.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No, I wished you a happy birthday on your birthday.
I know. Okay. That wasn't for me. I'm a Leo. We always think it's about us.
It's funny. I don't really subscribe to that whole.
Really?
No, I just see. I'm an event planner. I'm more like, I'm fine to be behind the scenes. Like, like this whole idea, like the fact that my face is literally all over the place on my newsfeed today is very bizarre to me. And I'm like, but for me, I'm doing it because it's for a greater purpose for BMC. But it's not. I don't seek out the spotlight. I'm just like, let me be the person that hands you the mic and just like, whatever.
I don't know. I'm half and half. Like I'm choosy about it. I'm very good with being behind the scenes, but then there's sometimes where I'm gonna be, I want to be front and center. Look at me! Hey! Like I have my moments. It depends on the day and my mood.
Fair enough.
I don't know. Yeah. I like being in front of mics though. I like talking.
I like that nobody caught my look. I was like, Alrighty, so
Alright. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a great episode. Thank you. Thank you, folks. And I am your favorite author, Robert Malolo, signing off.
I am Devin M.D. Jones, and our thank you to our special guest.
Woot, 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 woot. That's all I can give you. I've been up since like 5:30 this morning.
That's more than I expected. This is awesome.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of
Thank you
fun.
to Tanya Hayles for coming to, I know, right before she has to do this amazing conference, she still made time for us. So we really appreciate it.
Very
Thank
inspiring.
you. And we're going to bring you back on another day where where you're not sleep deprived.
I appreciate that. I
You
will
lost me?
also make better decisions next time. But thank you so much.
Again? Hello?
No, nobody lost you. We got you, Devin.
Okay.
Peace out.
Okay.
I know. You guys, can you hear me again?
Yes,
Yes.
we can. She can't hear us.
Okay.
Get here.
I can hear you. I can hear. I can hear everything.
All right.
All right.
You too.
Okay.
All right. So thank you. Peace out.
All right.